Hi traders, it's Amelia Bordeaux from Market Compass here. I just thought we'd take a look at markets today. It's easier just to show you charts because everything is moving so quickly. So this video is being recorded right now at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. So if things move by the close, you know that this was 11 a.m. On Thursday, the 12th, basically. So here we go. We're taking a look at the VIX index. Look, it just continues to explode. Earlier in the week, it was around, or late last week, it was around 40. Now we're exploded above 60. So things are very volatile, obviously, in the market, and we're sustaining heavy losses in U.S. equity indices. The dollar index had been sustaining very heavy falls. The dollar was weakening, and it has rebounded somewhat to 97.50 area that we're looking at. And let's just chart it against equities to see how they're moving together or not moving together. Let's take a look. Okay, really interesting. The Dow is down over 1,000 points right now. It's almost 7% right now. So it's still sustaining very heavy losses, yet the dollar index is still rebounding a little bit. And let's take a look at euro. Okay, this is euro dollar, and we see the reason why the US dollar index had some rebound today. Now, the euro dollar is a large component of the US dollar index, and the ECB met today. They took a bunch of easing measures. They didn't cut the policy rate, but they increased the LTRO, and they did other easing measures. You can follow my Instagram story to see what they did. But euro peaked at one spot, 14.49 area, and now it's much lower. We're all the way down through 111. We're just sitting above 111, the figure right now. We're about 111.40. So we were through 112 to the downside. So this is a huge move in euro. Everything is moving around in currency land, very large movements. So the next big support we need to watch is down here at 111, the figure for euro. But right now, euro is being driven today specifically by the ECB. That can turn around if we continue to sustain heavy losses in U.S. equity markets. The dollar could weaken once again. So the dollar is mostly strengthening today, I just want to reiterate, because the euro is weakening, and the euro is a large component of the U.S. dollar index. This is a great chart. This is my dog, Bondi. This is the dollar index against the euro. The dollar index is the purple line, and the euro is the red and green line. So look at when the dollar index is strengthening, this is very illustrative, the euro is weakening. When the euro is strengthening, look at the massive fall that takes place in the dollar index. Remember, euro is a large component of the dollar index. Now today, the euro is weakening, and look at the dollar index comes up to meet it here on the chart. The dollar index is strengthening. So right now, the dollar index is being moved around today by the euro. It was the ECB meeting. They took a bunch of easing measures. You can look at my IG story, Market Compass, at Market Compass on Instagram, to see exactly what they did. Okay, now we're looking at our friend, our safe haven friend, the dollar yen. Also, the dollar is a little bit stronger against the yen today. It did sustain a massive fall, almost to 102, the figure, earlier in the week. Now we've moved up above 105, the figure, moving to support around like 105.30 area. Then the next resistance, I should say resistance at 105.30 area. The next resistance, 106. So Aussie dollar, I put this right on Instagram story. I also tweeted it out. You can follow me on Twitter at Amelia Bordeaux. Had a massive break yesterday afternoon. It broke downside support at 65. The figure, that's a 15-year support. We're moving rapidly lower. Today we're trading at 63.17 right now, and it can just continue to fall. As long as U.S. equities are continuing to fall, the Aussie dollar can also continue to fall. Let's just look at maybe a longer time frame on it. I can show you. I'll just go to weekly data and I'll show you out 10 years, say. Yeah, 10 years doesn't even cover it. Let me try to do the whole series here if they have the complete time frame. And I'm looking at weekly right now because we're going so far back. Week. There we go. Yeah, it is 15 years. So there's a 15-year chart. 62.18 we're looking at. Yeah, there's some support here at, what is this? There's a little bit of support that we're through. We're actually through that support at 63.80. We're trading 63.14 right now. Yeah, so the next support is this 62.18 level. Now we're looking at dollar CAD. If you were at Traders Expo in New York, it was held in Brooklyn. We talked a lot about this. I was there in part with the CME group on a panel, and they had oil experts, and it was all the talk there about over the weekend the disagreement between Saudi Arabia and Russia, which Sunday night started to plunge oil prices. And so that really impacts oil currencies. What are the oil currencies? Canadian dollar, Norwegian krone, okay? So here we see the Canadian dollar, and look at dollar CAD, it's much higher, meaning the Canadian dollar is weakening against the US dollar, also contributing to a bit of the rebound in the US dollar index we just looked at. We're here at 138.08 about, so, you know, we can move up to here to 140. Here's a kind of a support at, or resistance, I'm sorry, at 139.21. Yeah, so we really have to break topside 139, 139, 25 areas resistance, and then we're looking at 140. You can see this is a 5-year chart of CAD. Where could it go? You know, 145.76 here is the high. That was back in 2015. I mentioned the other oil currency, NOK, Norwegian krone. Here we go. It is moving up against the dollar. Look at how rapidly it moved. It just moved so much higher. 10.11 right now. Once again, because it's oil and oil prices are falling, this could continue to go. These are multi-year highs in dollar NOK already. So, you know, the majority of the move is taking place. But, you know, if oil prices don't stabilize soon or don't stabilize for that long, meaning they stabilize and continue to fall, you know, we could be looking at a further run up in dollar NOK. I'm looking here at, wow, this is a 10-year chart. Let me switch to weekly and let me switch to weekly. That's 10 years and we're at like all-time highs right now, 20 years. Yeah, so we're basically at a 20-year high, yeah, in dollar NOK. So you ask how much higher can it go? I'm not sure, but I know it's one to watch. It looks like it's certainly on the move higher today, 10.11. So we could maybe get to 10.50. So let's see. When currencies are moving this quickly, it's possible that the central bank can warn on the weakness in the currency when they have these very quick moves like the one we're seeing today in NOK. So that's something to be aware of. But I just wanted to draw to your attention that situation that we talked about at Traders Expo was all over the news last weekend, the OPEC fight between Saudi Arabia, Russia. Oil prices are falling, and now certainly oil currencies have been negatively impacted. I'm having my risk event, my global macro risk event webinar next week in the middle of the week. So please sign up, and I'll put the details where you can get it. Thanks. Bye.